Marshall Memorial Gardens Cemetery is under fire tonight after some people accuse them of neglecting maintenance. But people who work at the cemetery said they're doing the best they can with what they have. WAAY 31's Sarah Singletary went to Albertville to hear both sides of the story, including the cemetery's explanation for the images you just saw.
I wouldn't want to bury my animals over here, much less a loved one.
You're looking at pictures Tammy McCollum shared with us. She has loved ones buried at Marshall Memorial Gardens Cemetery and said she took these photos recently.
Vases broken off at the headstones. You see vases piled up against trees.
I showed these pictures to the cemetery's funeral director and asked what happened. She didn't want to go on camera, but said a lot of the issues people are complaining about are weather-related. She said they've had more burials than normal in the last few months happen in the pouring rain. And she said that, coupled with faulty equipment, is what's causing the damage.
You can't say it's all weather-related when it's not. From last year to this year, nothing much has changed except it's only gotten worse.
The director told me they're spread thin all the time, but the rain just makes it worse. She said there are only 2 employees doing general maintenance at the owner's 3 area cemeteries, and doing so with bad equipment. She said malfunctioning equipment and wet conditions are what caused her 2-man crew to run over several markers the day before Thanksgiving.
I want justice. I want them to fire them.
Christy Bice's brother is buried at Marshall Memorial. She told me she saw tire tracks over his grave Tuesday.
What if this was your loved one? What if this was your brother?
I asked McCollum what she'd like to see change.
Let the families do it, or whoever, the community. But don't continue to let it look like this.
The funeral director also said they really rely on families to let them know if something's wrong with the gravesite. That way they can get out and fix it as soon as they're able. In Albertville, Sarah Singletary, WAAY 31 News.
The funeral home is located on Highway 205 in Albertville in what the funeral director calls a low-lying wet